And the issues of food security are a concern for everybody, from the farmers all the way up to the consumers across the food chain in the country. And the National Assembly will resume its sittings tomorrow with a full intray, including debate of that issue, a supplementary budget to lower the cost of basic commodities. This sitting comes exactly 20 days to the May 29th deadline for Parliament to enact the two-thirds gender rule. And as our political affairs reporter Murimi Mwangi now tells us, the 11th Parliament could be staring at a premature dissolution should both houses fail to meet the High Court 60-day ultimatum on the gender law.
The public outcry over the high cost of living has been a loud one. And now the emotive subject will be on the floor of the National Assembly as legislators debate a supplementary budget drafted by Treasury to lower the cost of basic food commodities.
The minister might get money from long-term projects that can be undertaken even after 6 months, and that can be undertaken in the next budget that we have just passed, and bring them to the emergency that is facing, or the country is facing now.
It's not wrong if we import food from outside. We cannot allow this situation to continue the way it is. Otherwise, there can be a serious revolution.
A 2 kilograms packet of unga currently retails at between 180 and 200 shillings, up from 140 shillings in March, while the cost of a half-litre packet of milk has gone up from 50 shillings to between 65 and 70 shillings.
Instructions from the president that...
National Assembly Majority Leader Aden Duale says the supplementary budget will be a short-term remedy as the government addresses long-term solutions to the rising cost of living.
They have disabled devolution by denying devolved units, the funds to engage in agricultural production. So all that we need to do is to ensure that money goes there so that, farm implements, tractors, fertilizers and agricultural subsidies can be given.
I would like even to appeal to millers. The interventions that government has put in place have not yet trickled down to Kenyans. They need to also, beyond the interest of profit, based on the subsidy the government has done to them, they also need to translate that to the common man.
But the 11th Parliament could be staring at an imminent premature dissolution should the two houses fail to beat the May 29th deadline set out by the High Court for enactment of the two-thirds gender law. President Kenyatta had ordered Parliament to prioritize enactment of the gender law, but a quorum hitch is already looming in the National Assembly over ongoing campaigns and defeat of top parliamentary lobbyists during the recent party primaries.
What the president is asking us to do is for the benefit of the people we represent. So we have a moral obligation, we have a legitimate obligation as members of Parliament, of the National Assembly, to make sure that we rise to the occasion.
We will weep, but to me, women can fight it out on their own. Sincerely, there's now a level playing ground for women to fight on their own, and that will be the best way.
Some observers cautioned that the High Court could ask Chief Justice David Maraga to write to President Uhuru Kenyatta, asking him to dissolve Parliament should the two houses fail to enact the gender law in the next 20 days. A likelihood which most legislators claim would be infringement of Parliament by